The birds with striking feathers, fair-skinned frog, to insects with alluring color patterns. The tropical world is filled with animals, with an amazing visual display. But why are so many species in the tropics stand out compared to its relatives in colder regions? In general, animals use color to communicate. Oscar Puebla said, fish ecologist, Leibniz Center for Tropical Marine Research. In Germany, color can be used to communicate with others. Species, for example, to attract a couple. He told Life Science. Can also be to signal to predators that they are poisonous, or vice versa, to disguise themselves to avoid predators. The reasons and how this color is used varies a lot between species and the environment, other than as a means of communication or self-defense. Colorful striking on tropical animals also plays an important role in the selection process. Sex. Many species show color light color to attract the attention of the opposite sex as a marker of genetic health and vitality. Birds, for example, obtain color pigments such as red-orange carotenoids and yellow from their food, and then exploit it to attract a partner or show dominance. In the meantime, fish and mollusks, using microscopic structures, complex in their cells, to bend and refract light, so that it could change their body color as a form of camouflage. Camouflage is one of the abilities of living things to disguise themselves to make it hard seen in the surrounding neighborhood, both on land and under the sea. Tropical conditions play an important role in driving the evolution of this visual adaptation. There is a correlation between the diversity of a community with the degree of color diversity that the species display in it, said Roberto Arbor, evolutionary biologist from the Research Center in Biodiversity and Genetic Resources in Portugal, who studies parrots. In a very diverse community, like a tropical rainforest, ability to recognize individuals of the species the same is so important. Wrong interaction with other species, for example in the context of marriage, can lead to consequences. Biological adverse, therefore many tropical animals develop striking colors and body patterns to differentiate themselves from other species. Birds rely heavily on vision to recognize the environment and fellow. Because of the number of bird species in the tropical forest, high, the competition to stand out is getting stronger. Consequently, we can see incredible variety of colors and patterns that the parrot has, hummingbird, toucan, and other tropical birds. But Puebla remind that we have to be careful in interpreting these colors and patterns. The way humans see color can be very different of the way other animals see it. This is especially relevant in the marine environment because of the way that light travels through the water. Red color is the fastest absorbed, makes it a very effective color for camouflage. So anyway, bright patterns that appear conspicuous in the human eye. It actually helps small fish hide from predators. In the clear waters of the coral reef, reef fish have a lot of blue and yellow. But many species, other fish can't see the color of that color, said Puebla. The colors of those colors create a strong contrast so that their body silhouette could be disguised from a predatory view. High biodiversity and good visibility in tropical environments exerts an evolutionary pressure strong against the appearance of striking color. But Arbor added that there is also a physiological explanation behind the abundance bright colors on tropical animals. Color production, well through pigment or microstructure, need energy. In a harsh environment like a tundra or desert, energy and food very limited. The color becomes too expensive. Physiological, otherwise tropical habitats tend to be richer, said Arbor. Conditions are more friendly, both in terms of climate and the availability of food, so that the tropical animals can allocate more energy to produce the color. Striking colors, any advantage? The evolutionary animal colors are always related closely with the environment in which they live. Whether it's a bright bird from the rainforest or dull silver fish from the deep sea, and ecosystem, tropical complex and full of competition, provide ideal combination between pressure, selection, and natural resources to drive a diversity explosion. The colors are amazing,